Hi, this is a beginner-friendly tutorial on how to animate in TOONSQUID. So yeah, in this video I'm going to teach you the basics. When you open the app, it should look something like this. Of course, I have the projects here, so just ignore that. But so yeah, let's get started. You can sort your projects by name or last modified. You can select projects and do things to them, but I'll tell you about that later. You can also import a project or a picture, I think, or you can create a folder and name it, and then you can drop in your projects there. But what we will want to do is click the plus button. You can name your project, and then you can set the preset, or you can also choose your own canvas size and FPS, and FPS means frames per second. I like to use 24 FPS and that canvas size, but if you're a beginner, you may want to go with a lower FPS like 16 or 15. Then you want to click create. Okay, this might seem a little complicated, but you'll get used to it eventually, or I did in 2 hours, but yeah. When you click the brush button, you can select your brush. I have my own, and you can import brushes and create them. And then you can draw. This right here is the brush size, and you can also choose your opacity. You can erase, and then there is the smudge tool. Personally, I don't really like the smudge tool. If I want to create gradients, I'll do it another way. But we'll talk about that like in another episode or part or something. Then you can click the bucket tool and choose your color and fill it in. You can also select your color for the brush. And when you have drawn something, this is the eyedropper. You can choose a color from the canvas. Okay, and now we're gonna open the timeline. The timeline is a bit complicated at first, but like, you just really have to get used to it. Here you can see the layer and you can see everything else. And you can click your layer and do things. But I'm just gonna show you the basics today. You can create a new frame by adding a drawing, and you can select your frames, you draw on the frames, and then you can, by those buttons, you can move, and then you can make your animation by adding new frames, and yeah, that's really it. You can drag your frames to make them longer, and yeah, then you can like make shorter frames, longer frames, and it will look different. And then you can draw something, and I'm just gonna draw a heart for example, and I'll make another frame, and this is the onion skin. That it makes you see the last frame, and you can also modify the onion skin by long pressing it, and here are all the options. You can show your last drawing or frame, and yeah, you can customize your onion skin. And this is actually a pretty useful thing. And here you can click the properties. You can, for example, for the background, you can choose color, and I'm just gonna choose purple. Now this is how to make a new layer. You click the plus button on the yeah, and then you can click layer if you want a new layer. You can also do many more things, and such as the camera or something. But when you have your new layer, you can slide it down to make it like above or wait, you can make it under or above your other layer. You can import an image from your gallery, and if you import something, you can drag it here, and you can then it won't be in your way when you're animating. This is useful for like references or anything. When you click your layer on or frame, you can see all the things you can do, and if you want a new, for example, audio, you can also import videos and camera and groups if you want to group your layers. And yeah, I'll show much more of those later. You can also, the layers are like the animation layers, but you can also, by clicking this button, you can see the drawing layer. So you can make a new drawing layer, and this may instead, yeah, you already know the stuff if you draw digitally. And yeah, I'm just kind of showing where things are and where you want to go to do some things. But yeah, now you can like make your animation, and yeah, here you can loop your animation so you see it over and over again. Here you can change your FPS again if you want to. It will mess up the audio if you have any. Be like, yeah. By clicking your drawing, you can copy it and paste it somewhere else, and yeah, then you can like select. You can select a few frames by double tapping and then sliding your finger on the or Apple Pencil on the frames, and you can copy them all. Like, you can't copy frames from like different layers, that's the thing. You can also create symbols, and those will be useful for tweening, but I'll show you those in the next video. But yeah, you can delete frames if you want to. You can add them back by undoing, and you can move the frames around. Yeah, you can by here you can lower the opacity. You can choose your the blending mode. Yeah, you know this. And yeah, that's it really, I think.